Hello everyone, and welcome back to On the Bright Side. I'm your host, Caroline Sesko. I hope you all are having a great day, and I hope you are smiling. And if you're not smiling, get ready to be smiling, because by the end of this episode, you will be. Because today, I'm here to pump you up, get you motivated, and put you in that good mood today. Because today is going to be our day. No. Today's going to be your day. You're going to go get done whatever you need to do. You're going to do what's best for you, and you're going to have an amazing day. So get ready for so much happiness and motivation that's coming your way. And it's important too, because life goes so fast. You could probably if you had a quarter for every time I said that, you'd be rich. But life goes so fast. Look, tomorrow is already December, and then that's 2022 already. It's over. It feels like, oh my gosh, it feels like just yesterday was January, where I was making my goal board for January in 2022. It goes by so fast. Here's another quarter. So make today your day. And I know you clicked this episode for a reason. You either want to get into a good mood, you want those good vibes, or maybe you saw the title and were like, hey, I need some pump up positivity. But anyways, either way, you're here. And that's your sign that you're here to listen. You're here to get positive. You're here to get pumped up. And how could you not be pumped up? Tomorrow is the holiday season, my absolute favorite time of the year. Actually, no. Summer is definitely my overall favorite time of the year. I'm a summer baby. I love the warm weather. But Christmas and wintertime is such a close second, just between like November to January. That's the time where it's just like the snow you want, and then after that it's just more of like the, oh my gosh, can it be spring? It's so cold out. I just want to go south, like all of that. So definitely right now is the time I love to soak in. But I've also been sick for the past like 3 days now. My whole campus, there's like something wiping us out. And when I say wiping us out, I mean I can't book a health and wellness appointment. They're all full. And the medicine was out at the store. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But honestly, this was a great week for me to be sick because nothing was going on. So perfect timing. And now I've been saying, I'm like, can we just get to the fun part of winter where it's cozy and we get to watch Christmas movies and make cookies and listen to Christmas music? I don't know if you guys think like this, but anytime I think of the holiday season, I automatically think cozy. In my town at home, we have the Victorian Street Walk. It's in the beginning of December, and all the stores give out like hot cocoa and candy canes and all that, and everyone's just walking the streets together with like their family or friends. And so many people, they close the road off, and there's like Santa. It's so much fun, and it's the cutest thing. It's so darn cute, and I just love it. And that is just what comes to my mind when I think of the holiday season, and it's just so cozy and fun. And tomorrow starts the 25 Days of Christmas countdown on ABC, or I don't know, they don't call it ABC anymore. I don't know, Freeform. But if you know me, you know I love that stuff. Oh my gosh, I'll get into it more later. But yes, love this time. If you could see my setup right now, I wish you could. It's all cozy. I'm so ready to record this episode. I'm so excited. I'm all cozied up in a blanket. I have my candles going. Anytime I have my candles going, it's always the smell man cave in black tuxedo. I love those smells. They're my favorite smells ever, and I just have them going all over my room. No, like I actually have an addiction to cologne scented candles. I was just at the store literally 10 minutes ago, and I picked up this candle, and it's called Stolen Hoodie. I love it. And I was like, it was $20. I was like, do I need it? I was like, no, Caroline, you have 3 burning right now. Enough. So I refrained from getting that candle, but I love these smells so much, and it gives me that winter cozy vibe too. See, here I go again. I see something and I associate it with cozy. That's like the holiday season. These candles, just certain things bring that cozy vibe. I don't know. So we are already off to a great start with this cozy season. All things cozy. Oh my goodness. I could go on forever. I need to be stopped. I'll bet you in about 10 minutes I'll be on it again. But let's start. Let's try to start. So you guys know the rundown. Before we get in today's episode, let's get into our grateful mindset. Now that we are in this holiday season, especially now that we are in this holiday season. So before I say mine, take a minute to think of yours and pause it, or we can just stop it for a few seconds. Maybe we'll just let it go silent. I don't know. But I try to write these gratefuls up at night, because if you can go to bed noticing your gratefuls, you just wake up noticing your gratefuls. And then it just makes them that much more visible because it's a full circle of gratefuls, and it's awesome to have every day. And it's also nice to look back on the more difficult days so you realize how much you have going for you. And the beauty of this is that everyone has gratefuls, and if you don't think you have gratefuls, you just gotta shift the picture a little. Look at it from a different way, because you do. So let's take a minute to think about all things grateful, journal it, let it out, say it out loud, all things grateful. Okay, so I hope you thought of your grateful. Now, for my grateful, I'm grateful that I got to spend Thanksgiving with my family, and that I'm going to also get to be spending Christmas with my family. See, here we are, already back to Christmas, and it hasn't even been like 3 minutes or whatever. And I'm just excited to be catching up with them and eating together and all of that. Oh, and the family games during the holidays are so much fun. I'm not sure if you guys have those traditional family games that you guys do every year. But yeah, my family and I, we have some games we play every year around the holiday season. On Christmas Eve, we have this one, and it's like a grab bag. But I know for a lot of people, when they do grab bags, you have rules like passing it one way or the other. But we just have it in a big circle, and there's a bunch of wrapped gifts, and then you can decide if you want to open it or trade it, and you just go around the circle. But we all get into it so much, and it's so much fun. So if you ever need a family game, that's a really fun and easy one. But another one me and my friends do, we have this saran wrap ball. And so basically you throw all the things that are going in the saran wrap ball on the ground, and then you start making a ball full of saran wrap. I wish I could show you. I'll put something on my Instagram story if you guys want to really know what this is. But you leave a few feet of saran wrap, and then you put a prize in, or it could be something totally random, like a tissue or a tampon or whatever. And then you roll it, and you get a certain amount of time to unroll it with your friends, and you get what's in your roll. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm horrible at explaining these games. Okay, time out. I was editing this episode. I'm coming back in here because I clearly horribly explained that. And it made me sound like I'm playing with this saran wrap ball filled with toilet paper and tampons. No, you put gifts in it too. So it's you pick some, you leave some, all that. Okay. Whatever. This went south. Anyways, just doing that with my family and friends is always so fun. We get way too into it, especially me and my friends. There's no game that we aren't hysterically laughing at by the end. Oh, same with Fishbowl. If you have ever played Fishbowl, one of the funniest games ever. I play with my friends at school and my friends at home. We are on our stomachs laughing for hours. It's so funny. But yeah, just being with my family and friends and playing games and just being together is something I am so grateful for. It's so nice to be able to go home from school or wherever you are and just see everyone, especially all those friends from home that you don't go to college with. And just going home and seeing them, I am so excited. I miss them all so much. And I feel like I'm at the point of the semester where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a break. I need to go home, be in my own bed, see some more of my friends, get a little different routine going on. I don't know if you guys feel like that, but every time it hits around December, I'm like, okay, I'm so ready to go home. Even though I love UNH, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. There's just some days where I'm like, I'm ready to go home. And then when I get to go home for December for Christmas after finals and all that, I come home to usually snow on the ground up in New York, and our downtown is decorated with lights and wreaths and all that. And then I'm not sure if you guys have this, but 40 minutes away, so not the 40 minutes away part, but we have a lights in the park. It's in Albany, so it's 40 minutes away from me, and it's a drive-through, not like McDonald's, oh my gosh, I'm doing so bad at explaining this. Okay, basically you drive through the park and there's lights in motion and they're just so bright and they're everywhere. And you drive through them and it's so much fun. You go with your friends or family, and it sounds like I'm a 2-year-old seeing color for the first time. Someone stop me from talking. And if you couldn't tell already, I'm really excited to see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm focusing now. But I still have a few more weeks here at UNH to finish finals, to get in the swing of it, and then be done. But honestly, the holiday season could not come at a perfect time every year. I totally get it because it's stressful too. Because before the holiday season, it's in full swing. There's the time period of stress, finishing work, going to finals. And I know some days I literally just want to explode because I feel like my plate is so full. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get presents for these people still. Oh my gosh, I have a final next week. Oh my gosh, I go home in 3 days. I have to pack up my stuff to be home in Saratoga for a month. And I totally get it. It can be stressful. And then we let the stress of all that get in the way of all the fun and all the good and all the gratefuls we have of that holiday season time. But this year, we're going to leave all that stress and bad vibes in November. November, it is staying there. And this year, we're going to be more in the moment this holiday season and be more in time with the people around us and not worry so much about what we have to do. And instead, look at it like we said before, that you get to do it, that you get to have these fun things. But I feel like a lot of the time, the stressors that we have around the holidays are just silly little ones that we look back and we're like, oh my gosh, I totally didn't need to stress over that. And for me, that's so many of the stressors around that season. And it is so silly wasting time on stuff like that. And luckily, I met this person in my life and he helped me to see the bigger picture. And now I live by these words that my old neighbor always said to me every time we saw him. And he lived by these words. And when I say live by these words, there was not a time when we saw him and he didn't say this. And he always said, leave your worries on your nightstand, my darling, and pick them up in the morning if they are still relevant. Oh, I can still hear his voice saying it. He would say it, like, even when he was like 90 years old, he would still say it. And oh my gosh, it always made my heart so warm because I always had silly problems and I wasn't ever taking time to put them aside and look at all the good in the world. And I was so lucky to have him in my life that I wanted to share his words because I was so lucky to hear them. And I think it's important that this holiday season, we go in looking at all our gratefuls and all the good that this holiday season brings instead of focusing on our stressors or problems or worries of the season. So I want to do everything we can to live by these words and act on these words. So we're going to leave all these stressors, everything that's weighing on us in November. And right now, right here, we're going to get it all out. So whatever's been bugging you, whatever's been a stressor to you, whatever's been a problem, write it down. Write it on your phone or on paper and write about it so much that your stress goes away because you've written about it so much that you have no more words to describe. And now, once you got all those words written about the problem, think about the problem and say, do I really need to worry about this problem? Do I need to have this problem? And if you don't, get rid of it. It's not serving you, so why are you serving the problem? Why are you letting it eat you up? Why are you letting it take away so much wonderful? So leave it and let it go. Now I want to show you how your life can look if you take all that energy you had focusing on the negative and bring that to focusing on the positive. And if you go about your life in the way that I'm about to tell you, I promise you, it'll be eye-opening. This is the best way I can explain it. When I started tapping into this mindset, it was like my life got cleaned off. Like if I was looking through a camera, there was like a filter of grimy stuff that was making my view of life just a little grainy. So it was good. I could still see the world good. But when I got this mindset, that grime got cleaned off and I could see the world great. Everything got lighter. Everything was clear. Everything was more happy. And I want to share this with you guys because it's so important and I wish I learned it sooner. So let's start right from the beginning of someone's day, the morning. So you may be waking up on your own because it's one of those days where you get to sleep in. Or on the other hand, you may be getting to wake up to an alarm. This is where you can start your day. And instead of saying, ugh, I wish I could have slept in longer, so many other people get to, this is so unfair. You switch to, I get to wake up today and live. I get to explore more opportunities. I get to see people today. I get time for myself. I get to go to work where my work is helping someone. I get to go to class today. You get to. You have to see that mindset of getting to and getting these opportunities because you really don't have to do any of these things. These are all the experiences that you're lucky enough to have and be experiencing. And the mindset will change your life, let me tell you. That mindset will change your life if you start looking at work as something you get to do and not something you have to do. I swear, I also hear this so much when people say, oh, you only live once. You only live once. But I don't fully agree with that. Yes, you live once, but you also get to live every day. You get to live every day with the mindset you choose and the people you want to be with and the decisions you make. You get to do so many things in a day. These days all add up to a lifetime. And it's how you spend each day that determines that amazing lifetime. And all these opportunities you get determine that lifetime. So take advantage of them. Have fun with them. Look at them on the bright side and see that you get to do all these things. And when you wake up, I want you to remember, it's a fresh start. And within a fresh start lies so many new opportunities. And if you never got out of bed some days, you would have never experienced some of the best days of your life. I remember there was this one day, this very specific day, and I wanted to just lay in bed all day, do nothing. And of course, we have those days. Awesome. But my friends dragged me out of bed that day. And I am so glad she dragged me out of bed that day, because that day was such a fun day and I had so much fun. And now it's one of my core memories. And if I never got out of bed that day, I would have never had one of those core memories. Wow, that was deep. I get into these moments. But anyways, the next thing in your morning is to try to stay off your phone for a little bit when you wake up, because your life isn't centered around your phone. I know that, and you know that. I know I'm definitely guilty of this, but I would wake up some days and let the notifications on my phone determine how my day went. Like, I would not even be out of bed yet. It wouldn't even be 2 minutes of the day started. And I would let random people and apps ruin my day before it even started. If I didn't get a Snapchat back from a guy that I thought I was going to, if I didn't get a text from this guy, if I didn't get an Instagram follower, if I didn't get a certain amount of likes. It's all stupid. It's all stupid. So don't give it the power. Don't give it the power when you wake up. Wake up, get a start on your morning, and let yourself dictate the day. Don't let anything else dictate the day except you. Go wash your face, go eat breakfast, maybe journal, and if you don't have time for that, look at your gratefuls list from the night before that you wrote. Just a quick scroll will make your life so much better, and you'll feel so much better because you're like, wow, I have so much to be grateful for, no matter how big or how small. And when you notice these gratefuls from the time you wake up, from the time you go to bed, your world becomes so much brighter and happier. And then once you've started and determined on your own that it's going to be a good day, then go on your phone and then go do what you need to do on your phone. Because if you do that, you're taking away the power from your phone. And now you're letting yourself dictate how the day is going to go. You're not letting the notifications or the people on the other side of the phone dictate that. And then go get ready for your day. Get on an outfit that you feel confident in and go have yourself a day. I don't know, but when I do my makeup and get in a good outfit, for some reason, I just feel so much more productive and ready to go. And now you may be thinking, Caroline, this is BS. I don't know. There's probably no logic behind it. It helps me. It keeps me going. I don't know. It's just like, if I feel my best, I just usually do my best. I don't really know the concept behind that, but that's what I'm feeling. And then wake up feeling refreshed. Even if you're tired, you can put yourself into that mindset of saying, you're ready to start the day. You're ready to go. The majority of all these things that make me feel good are because of the way my mind's trained. It's not something that I've been given. It's all within your mind, and we all have the power to do it. And then whatever you're doing this day, today, or whenever, you need to treat yourself to something along the way. Have some fun with it. You're always going to get your money back. You can always make it back. You can't always have the experience. You might as well have some incentives putting throughout the day. So like, okay, hey girl, I got this. I want this. I'm going to do this. And here is my little prize for doing it. So like maybe when it hits Friday and you've done all your work for the week, go treat yourself to a Starbucks or something. Go do that for yourself. Go use that red cup. I know it's like, I think it was last week you can start using the red cups for a percentage off if you got the red cup on I think it was Thursday. I don't know, but go use them. Go have fun with it. Reward yourself. Treat yourself. My friend does this thing, and she makes her coffee at home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday she uses a Starbucks coffee as like a treat reward. And that's like, it's a perfect idea. It's a perfect way to be incentivized and to want to do it. Because you also have to do it in moderation, because if you get some prize for you or reward every day, then it doesn't become a reward. It just becomes part of your everyday life. And it just loses that lust of a reward because it's just part of your normal routine. So keep them spread out, but definitely find some fun in it. Find some rewards for yourself because you deserve it. You definitely do. So I'm telling you right now, if you've been thinking about a Starbucks coffee right now and you're like, oh, I don't want to spend the $3, go spend the $3. Okay, well, actually, if we're talking about Starbucks, it may be $5, but go spend the money. You deserve it. And just know that you have everything you need to make it a good day. And once you realize that, you're moving forward. You're getting farther. You're going. And now, whatever you need to do today, you're going to get done because remember, you don't have to do it. You get to do it. And that's all a blessing. So whatever it is that you're going to do, just try your best to go get it done because that's all you can do. Try your best. That's all you can do. And trying your best looks different with people. It's not looking the same way for everyone. Because for me personally, I know sometimes I'll be trying my absolute best, but I get those voices in my head saying, I can't do something, or it's too much, or what if something goes wrong? Don't feed those thoughts. And I know one thing to say, oh yeah, don't feed them. Don't listen to them. And yes, it can be hard. But you have to realize all those thoughts are coming from a made-up place. A made-up place inside your head. So why are you choosing to listen to these made-up thoughts versus the realistic part in your brain? Why are you succumbing to those thoughts and not the actual ones that are true in your mind? I know you can pick the thoughts you listen to on a normal basis. So why are you going to listen to those voices inside your head saying, you can't do it? Because I know there's voices on the other side of your head saying, you can do it. You're capable. You have everything working for you, girl. You have everything you need. There's this TikTok I was listening to the other day. I'm going to butcher this, but it was like, don't listen to the voices inside your head. You're doing just fine. You're trying your best. Know that everything's all gonna be okay. I love that. I love it. I found it on TikTok the other day. And that song has been in my head ever since. Because one, it's catchy. And two, those lyrics speak so much truth. Because we are doing our best. We are going to be all right. And we don't need to listen to these words saying we can't do it. Because who are they to tell us we can't do it? Who are they to tell us that we don't have the capabilities? We know we have the capabilities. And we know we can do it. Like, if we listened to the voices telling us we couldn't do something, where would we be today? We wouldn't have lived some of our best days because our mind told us it would be too scary or too hard. I know looking back in my life, there's times that, thank gosh, I pushed through with them, even though I was like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. I don't think I can do this. Even like fight or flight response where I was like, I'm scared because my body made up this fight or flight response to something normal. And I'm glad I pushed through because I look back on the other side and I'm like, hey, I made it over that worry hill and it's so much better on this side. And I'm glad I pushed through and over. And I'm lucky to now have this as such a good memory. And can you imagine not having those best days to not look back on? To not be like, oh my gosh, remember this day? Oh, with them, like, remember this? Haha. So the best thing we can do for ourselves is live our lives to the fullest and push through the anxiety, push through the pain, push through the what if thoughts. Because there's only one thing standing between your best life and you are those what if thoughts. And you just have to stomp them to the curb and keep going. Because you know you're better than those thoughts and you know those thoughts aren't true. And you know, some days the setbacks are going to win because, you know, that's just life. And not every day is a win. And that's okay. But don't let setbacks become bigger than you. You make them bigger when you let them win and overpower you. So don't let them be bigger than you. Push them to the ground and put them in their place. You know your strength. You know your worth. You know what you're capable of. So do it. You got this. Do it. So some days of trying your best may not be a huge step. Trying your best may be just getting up from bed that day. But hey, that is still progress, and progress is progress no matter the size. And again, we also have to realize that a good day isn't based on some big extravagant day. For so many of my good days, it's the little things that add up to make it a good day. And for the longest time, I was thinking like, oh, if I don't get A, B, C, D, E, F, G done, and if I don't meet up with blah, 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 and I don't have a crazy day, it's not a good day. Yes, it is a good day. It's just the little things you have to start. And it's not these huge extravagant things you have to be looking for to have a good day. It's just the little things that make it a good day. The weather could make it a good day. A good grade could make it a good day. A good day could be taking time for yourself and putting off your responsibilities because that's what your body needs. And all these little moments make up these good days, which make up a good lifetime. I know there's days where it feels like everything is going wrong. And trust me, if there's anyone who understands, it's me. And it feels like, oh my gosh, it just domino effects. When one thing starts to go wrong, you just start noticing every little thing going wrong. But here I am back with the songs again. But there was a song I was listening to, Chris Jansen. I'm blanking on the song title, but it's country. Of course it's country because that's all I listen to. Good Vibes by Chris Jansen. And he said in like one of the verses, I'm not trying to change the negative, I'm just trying to change the narrative. If you haven't listened to that song, go listen to that song right now. I feel like I find all my motivation through these songs. And so, on a day where things are going bad, you know how we have one thing go wrong and then it just starts domino affecting and all these things go wrong? It's because we're looking for the negatives and it's so easy to find them. There was one day I just got back to UNH and I was lounging on a chair tanning and a bird pooped on my face. Not even my hair. My freaking face. And that could have been my breaking point where I could be like, I'm done. Year 3, I'm out. Like, that was literally the first day I got back to UNH. I swear I don't make this stuff up either. My life is so funny. I'll tell people a story and their jaws will literally drop and they'll be like, no, there's no way that happened. And I was like, yeah, yeah, that's my life. It's that funny. But I just chose to laugh at it. If you haven't figured this out yet, laughing is my coping mechanism. And my friends were like, Caroline, that's actually like really good luck. It's going to be a great year. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be a good year. And like, I could have looked at this day and been like, this was the worst day ever, this stupid bird. But you just have to choose to laugh at it because life is just weird and funny, and that's life. Anyways, but when we're looking for the positive, we can domino effect positive no matter what kind of day it is, on most days. But basically, what the song is trying to say is we can view these negatives as negatives, or we can switch the narrative and see the silver lining and make those dominoes of negative be dominoes of positive. So instead of like, I hate this stupid bird, like, thanks, bird. Now I have good luck. What was in my water this morning? What am I doing? But like, example, my friend the other day, she was like, I've had such a bad day. Everything's going wrong. And I was like, tell me about it. What's wrong? And she was like, I woke up and my water got turned off. And then after my water was turned off, I couldn't take a shower or drink water, do any of that. Then I start driving and my tire pops. And I was like, I am so sorry. That sucks. And it sucks that I swear one thing starts going and then it's just the domino effect. But I was like, let me spin it for you. Yes, it's sucky, but it happened. So instead of looking at it like, oh, what the heck? You can look at it like, thank gosh I woke up with my water off because I could have gotten sick from that water. I could have drank the water and then gotten super sick. So thank gosh that water was turned off before I used it. Instead, you flip it. You look it on the other side. And then as for her tire, I was like, yes, it sucks. But thank gosh you were not going anywhere important. Thank gosh you were in a safe place next to a high school. And thank gosh this guy was super nice to change your tire. You can, yes, these things happen and they suck. But you can look at it and say, oh my gosh, thank gosh that it happened like this because a lot worse could have happened. So you can look at these negatives and flip them to see the silver lining. And when we look at the silver lining of things in a more positive way, even if it's not the ideal outcome, it makes life so much more better because really the only thing that's different between the people that are happy living their best lives and everyone else is the mindset, because those people are choosing to see that silver lining, are choosing to look on the bright side, are choosing that happy life. Because no one's life is easy. It may just look like it because they're always happy. And that's because they're choosing to see the silver lining. They're choosing to see the good in every situation. They're choosing to say, thank gosh, even at the worst situations, because something came out of it. And then my friend was like, oh my gosh, you are so right. And thank gosh I can see it like that now. And then she ended up having a great day because she flipped it around. It was like, oh, okay, let me look at it like this. So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, let those setbacks serve as silver linings and keep on getting up. If you get knocked over 8 times, get up 9. Don't let setbacks be bigger than you. You determine your stopping point. You don't let these setbacks determine your stopping point. You determine your stopping point. So just like she did, get up, keep going, because everything turned out fine. And honestly, if you can't see the silver lining some days, sometimes you just have to laugh. Life is weird, life is silly, and sometimes all you can do is laugh. You can't even get mad. You just, like, some things that happen in my life are so embarrassing and could be seen as negative. But if I was watching it in a movie, I would laugh. And I look back later and I'm probably going to laugh. So why am I not laughing now? So on days where you're like, you literally can't make up the life I just lived today, just laugh, because it's funny looking back. And that's just life. That is just good old life. So have this episode be a guide on your harder days to remind you of what you are capable of doing. I want you to remember that everyone goes through all kinds of days. Some days are hard, some days are perfect, but there's no such thing as linear days where all days look one way or all days look the other. All days look different, and sometimes on those harder days, we just need that extra motivation to keep us on track, because at the end of the day, you know you're destined to do great things. So put one foot in front of the other and get on your journey. And remember to stay focused in the present, because that is the best thing you can do. So for the month of December in 2023, try to do that. Try to stay in the present. And I'm going to try to do the same. And I want you all to too. So for the month of December, surprise, I decided I'm not releasing any podcast episodes for the month of December, because I want to be able to spend all that time with my family who's coming up and my friends that I haven't seen in forever, and I encourage you to do the same. But in the meantime, I won't leave you guys completely hanging. You can catch up on all my other episodes and get all caught up before the new year. And trust me, get caught up now, because 2023 and On the Bright Side have so much fun in store. Like, I wish I could release some of these episodes right now and see your faces when you listen to them. In some of these upcoming episodes, my funny self really comes out. So be sure to have notifications on for the Instagram pod, and that's at On the Bright Side pod with 2 Ds, because 2023 is the year of even more guests that I would have never thought I would be talking to. Like, literally, if you told high school me that some of the guests that I watch on YouTube would be coming on, I would have been jumping up and down screaming. And I still am jumping up and down screaming. So I can thank you guys and the power of positivity for that. And a brand new episode will be up the first Wednesday of January. So in the meantime, go catch up on episodes, but more importantly, catch up with your loved ones. Have a good holiday season. And with 2022 coming to an end, how crazy, went by so quick, I want to say thank you for welcoming On the Bright Side into your lives, and thank you for giving me a chance to share my story and some positivity along the way. It's so incredible that you guys have helped make this dream happen. It's literally insane. I've had people come up to me at school that I've never met and talk to me about On the Bright Side and their story, and it's so cool to meet so many new people through it, and it just makes me so incredibly happy and warm-hearted. But it's even more incredible that so many of you have been so brave to share your story with me, whether I know you or not. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you from myself and On the Bright Side. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season with your family and loved ones. And for the rest of 2022 and going forward, remember, stay looking on the bright side, and I promise you it'll serve you really well. Love you guys. Bye.